Tesla en route to first 1 million plus delivery year. December 13, 2022. Tesla shipped more Model S and Model X Plaid and long-range units to Europe yesterday en route to the company's first year delivering 1 million cars. Last week, Tesla started delivering Model S and Model X Plaid and long-range vehicles in Europe for the first time since the cars were refreshed by the automaker last year. The first cars arrived at the port of Zeebrugge in Belgium, with the Model S and Model XS making it to Germany and other European countries as deliveries have already started. Tesla has now officially started shipping another batch of Model S and Model X vehicles from the United States. As Tesla RT has confirmed, vehicles were loaded onto ships at the port of Baltimore over the last few days. Shipments left the port of Baltimore yesterday. Tesla routinely ships vehicles to other countries and regions, but the automaker has emphasized completing customer deliveries by the end of the year. In an attempt to accumulate over 1 million vehicle deliveries in a single calendar year for the first time in its history, Tesla will utilize the European deliveries of the Model S and X to pad its accomplishment, hoping to reach a potential delivery figure above 1.5 million units in 2022. End-of-year delivery pushes are as routine for Tesla as any other business operation, with more of the company's flagship vehicles making it across the Atlantic Ocean to Europe. It indicates that delivery numbers are a by any means necessary metric this year. Tesla has been attempting to pad delivery figures in 2022 with a series of hefty discounts on vehicles, including a $3,750 rollback on Model 3 and Model Y vehicles in the United States, offering a similar discount in China. Tesla has its sights set on eliminating as much of its 2022 vehicle inventory and production capacity to increase its yearly delivery count. Tesla has delivered 908,573 vehicles so far through the first 3 quarters of 2022, with less than 100,000 vehicles needed to reach the 1 million unit threshold for the year. Tesla is likely looking closer to 1.5 million for 2022. Source reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at Tesla RT. My take: I expect the final number to be around 1.5 million vehicles in 2022. 2.25 million vehicles in 2023. 3 must-have accessories for your Tesla. December 13, 2022. There are 3 must-have accessories that you should have for your Tesla vehicle. There's also a few accessories that aren't worth having. LED lights are a must-have accessory for your Tesla. This owner installed them on the center console and they looked great at night. However, they were difficult to install. When they are on, you have to turn them on and off manually. They have a lot of wires too and are expensive. Outside of the car, this accessory is the glass sealant. All around the glass roof of this owner's Tesla, there is a sealant that stops little bits of sand and leaves from getting in between the crevices. The next is a center console screen protector. Why would you need this if you are never going to drop the screen? The screen protector does help with glare from the sun. It can be difficult to see what is on there when the sun is directly on it. The next accessory is a wood panel interior. This was added over the initial interior and it adds a nice feel to the interior of the car. One minus is that the center storage now takes a while to close and it is a little expensive, a few $100s. The next accessory is integrated into the car and is a secret compartment under the center console. In a default Tesla Model 3, it's just empty space, but you can add this secret compartment to store whatever you need. The Tesla mattress allows you to sleep in the back of your car, assuming you aren't too tall, less than 6 feet tall. There are Tesla buttons you can also get and allow you to have Bluetooth activated buttons that let you control various things in the car, like the hazard lights. The main one being used is to open the frunk with the touch of a button. The buttons sometimes cause the frunk and charge point to randomly open sometimes and only when the car is stationary. The next accessory is a steering wheel tray. You can put a soda can on it or a sandwich. This assumes you aren't turning the wheel too much. There's also a Tesla key fob and it is officially made by Tesla. It lets you control your car with a few buttons. A Tesla ring can also lock and unlock your car. It's about $150. There are Tesla pedals that look like a brake and accelerator. However, these pedals are metallic and are normally in the Performance Model 3. These look a lot nicer than the default pedals. There are floor mats you can get for your Tesla and these are nice because a Tesla vehicle, whether it be a Model S or Model 3, do not come default with floor mats. There are Tesla decal stickers that can be added to the Tesla logos on the vehicle that make it look nice with a border. This user drove in rain and they are still all in perfect condition. The final and favorite accessory of this user is used to address a screw that is coming down from the ceiling by the trunk. It covers this screw and creates hooks that you can hang bags or anything else on. The first worst accessory is an extra storage container. It was a waste of time and pretty difficult to install in the center of the Model 3. It didn't add much extra storage space. The cup holders also seemed like nice accessories to have. But bottles of water and soda cans would not fit in the cup holders. Those are two pretty terrible accessories. Source reposted and summarized from Jeremy Johnson at Talk News. My take: some great ideas here. I got the fancy floor mats for my Tesla. Electric vehicles make utility bills cheaper for everyone. December 13, 2022. Electric vehicles are helping drive down U.S. electricity bills. According to a new study, they bring a lot of income to utilities, which, due to the ban on unlimited profits, are forced to reduce rates for all users. According to a recent study funded by the Natural Resources Defense Council, electric vehicle owners make a huge positive contribution not only by reducing emissions of harmful substances into the atmosphere, but also by helping reduce utility bills for all other users of the grid. Synapse Energy Economics researchers focused on 3 California utilities that serve many households with electric vehicles, more than 735,000 at the end of 2021. According to Business Insider, they compared the costs of providing energy to those EVs with the revenue customers generated and found that from 2012 to 2021, EV owners netted utilities $1.7 billion in pure profit. Since utilities are highly regulated and their revenues are limited, they need to return excess profits to their customers in the form of lower rates. The key point is that while EV consumers consume significantly more electricity than other households, they are relatively cheap for utilities considering the costs of generating, transmitting, and distributing energy. Electric vehicle drivers tend to charge their cars during off-peak hours, such as at night when there is excess power and it is cheap. Because electric vehicles don't add a lot of additional capacity costs, because they're primarily charging off-peak, what they're doing is they're more efficiently using the electric grid infrastructure, said Melissa Whited, one of the study's authors. Other studies have come to similar conclusions. A 2021 report from consulting firm M.J. Bradley and Associates found that increasing the number of electric vehicles charging in Nevada could lower every household's annual utility bill by $123 by 2050. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: I never imagined that this could be true. Who would have thought it? Tesla appears to be preparing Canada for its electric semi. December 13, 2022. Now that Tesla's first electric semi-trucks are on the road in North America, it seems like the perfect time to start preparing Canada to follow suit with the US. Tesla typically focuses its efforts on North America first, with the rest of the world following. While Tesla semi-deliveries started in the US, it appears Canada may have some work to do before deliveries start. According to a recent article published by Tesla RT, Tesla has already submitted specific proposals related to Canada's federal budget for 2023. Canada is still working on finalizing its budget for the upcoming year, so Tesla's proposals are adequately timed. While we don't know with 100% certainty that the information is specifically related to the Tesla Semi, it appears this is the case. Tesla recently sent an official letter to Canada's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Chrystia Freeland. In summary, the details in the letter focus on things that Tesla hopes Canada will focus on going forward. In order for the country to transition to EVs, it needs to invest in the related infrastructure. While the relatively lengthy letter focuses primarily on electric vehicle charging infrastructure, there's a specific section that sheds light on the future of electric vehicles for medium and heavy-duty transportation. This is the reason the media is calling attention to the Tesla Semi. An excerpt from the letter reads as follows. Via Tesla RT, Tesla applauds the launch of the federal government's IMHZE V program, as sales incentives should generate demand for MHDZE Vs across the country. However, to sustainably support increased demand for electrified medium and heavy-duty transportation fleets, adequate charging infrastructure must be available to support short and long-haul transportation routes from coast to coast. Many companies in Canada have already voiced interest in the Tesla Semi, and some have placed orders. whether or not companies in Canada take delivery of a Tesla Semi in the near future. The electric haulers will likely be passing through at times. It all depends on the routes various U.S. companies travel. For this reason, it's imperative that Tesla gets Canada on board not only with the idea of electric semi-trucks but also with the necessary charging infrastructure. It seems that Tesla hopes its letter will convince government leaders in Canada that federal support is critical for the much-needed charging infrastructure. If Tesla can convince Canada to get the ball rolling now, ahead of final budget decisions for 2023, it could speed up the process and ensure that the Semi can make its way into the hands of Canadian companies sooner rather than later. The letter goes on to suggest that the Canadian government should consider giving grants to companies making the transition from gas-powered to electric trucks. Tesla says that any company that has ordered an electric truck should get the support it needs so that it can get charging stations in place before the trucks are delivered. If the charging infrastructure lags behind, the trucks simply can't go into service. Source reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Inside EV. My take: I can't wait to see the Semi on the road in Canada.